Духът на Бога каза: в последни дни ще излея духа си на всяка твар. Духът на Бога каза: в последни дни ще покаже знамения и чудеса. Духът на Бога каза: фараон, пусни, нека моя народ да служи на мен. Духът на Бога каза: идват нови дни, не гледай старото, правя нещо ново. В последни дни ще излея духа си на всяка твар. Духът на Бога каза: в последни дни ще покажа знамения и чудеса. Духът на Бога каза: фараон, пусни, нека моя народ да служи на мен. Духът на Бога каза: идват нови дни, не гледай старото, правя нещо ново. Заради теб, заради теб имаме победа, имаме победа. Заради теб, заради теб имаме свобода, имаме свобода. Духът на Бога каза: в последни дни ще излея духа си на всяка твар. Духът на Бога каза: в последни дни ще покажа знамения и чудеса. Духът на Бога каза: фараон, пусни, нека моя народ да служи на мен. Духът на Бога каза: идват нови дни, не гледай старото, правя нещо ново. Заради теб, заради теб имаме победа, имаме победа. Заради теб, заради теб имаме свобода. Заради теб, заради теб имаме победа, имаме победа. Заради теб, заради теб имаме свобода, имаме свобода.
Joel chapter 1 verse 7, God refers to the nation of Israel as his fig tree. For all intents and purposes, the fig tree was going to go dormant. And for 2,000 years, The Jews would be separated from their land. The fig tree would be dormant, but Jesus said there would be a generation that would see the signs of life on the fig tree / Israel, and the generation that saw that would be the one that would not pass away.
שישראל לאחרונה נמצא מתצו כמה עניינים. מה שרואה עוד, וגם מטר שעדיין משאיר ליבו, אז הייתה משהו במה ידיעתו. הכאילו שהיא מספיק, כאילו שהיום כבר כמה שעות בגלל עדיין ליבו, אבל יש עוד כמה שעות, אבל יש להשתדל גם היום, בבשורות טובות. מה שרואה עוד, וגם מטר שעדיין משאיר ליבו, אז הייתה
And he will not be divine.
He will not be divine.
Is a man, a king of this earth, who's going to bring peace among the nations in this world.
According to Jewish tradition, he has three things he's supposed to do. Number one, he's going to reconstitute the Jewish kingdom or the Jewish state. Number two, he's going to bring peace with the neighbors. And number three, he's going to rebuild that temple.
The temple.
Daniel 9:27, in the midst of the week, that 7-year period of time between the rapture and the second coming of Christ, there has to be a temple there. Jesus confirmed that, Matthew 24:15, when you see the abomination of desolation. Apostle Paul confirmed it, 2 Thessalonians 2:4, Antichrist walks into the temple, the abomination of desolation takes place. And in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1, John is told to measure the space for the temple. So we have 4 proof texts there will be a temple on the Temple Mount. At that point, when the Antichrist appears in the beginning of that 7-year tribulation period, he confirms a peace agreement. The Jewish people lay down their weapons. They think they're at peace. They think the Messiah has come. There's a coalition of nations coming in to the area of Israel to wipe them off the face of the earth. Well, Jesus Christ intercedes. And in Daniel chapter 11 and verse 45, it says that the Antichrist, after the Lord has given the victory to the Jewish people, the Antichrist usurps that victory and tells the Jewish people to put their temple up on the holy mountain of God there in the city of Jerusalem. At that point, they build a temple. The temple is built. It has to be up before the midway point of the tribulation, and it's going to be standing there. They restore the temple sacrifices and everything else. Everything has been prepared. They have the utensils. They have the men who've studied the priestly duties. I met recently when I was in Israel with the man who is the chairman of the Sanhedrin, the 70 wise Jewish scholars that operate the temple. He said he has his garment hanging in his closet, in his home, ready to put on and report to the Temple Mount. So all the preparations have been made.
What we've got here is this new Sanhedrin and the dedication of the third temple altar, which is unbelievable to see. We thought this was fake news, friends. We didn't realize this was even real news. We thought it was one of those weird articles on the internet, but it turns out 10:30 a.m. this morning in Jerusalem, we actually have a dedication ritual for the altar, sacrificial altar of the third temple. The day after Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication, we have this dedication ceremony by the new Sanhedrin.
Building the third temple, everybody will prosper, because this is what this temple is for the whole world.
So you think that there could be some union between all the religions as part of this?
Absolutely. We already have unity, but everybody's afraid from the terrorists. So this is our job, to unify everybody to worship the only true living God in the third temple with all the nations that will worship God.
You think we're in the time it's almost here, the third temple?
Yes, absolutely. many Muslims, I'm talking about the high, let's say, rank or hierarchy in the Muslim religions, came to us and asked us, please build a temple. Why? Because the temple is for everybody, it's for the whole nations to prosper and thrive. So they came to us and asked, please build a temple. Now, the problem is with the radicals. The New World, without any, let's say, negative and forbidden feelings, like hatred, like revenge, like it will be only loving, appreciation, honoring. So this will be a new world, but not all order. It will be a new world, holistic, the holistic way, the way God wants it.
A growing number of Jews are returning to Israel. It's part of a fulfillment of prophecy spoken in the Bible.
Earlier this year, immigrants from North America landed at Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion International Airport to make Israel their home. Seeing Jewish people return to Israel is literally watching Bible prophecy unfold. Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel all speak of the Jewish return to the land. Since 2014, there's been a 79% increase of inquiries about assistance to return to Israel.
In the early morning, 130 Ukrainian Jews landed in Tel Aviv to begin a new life.
Many see the moment when these new immigrants step onto the tarmac here at Ben Gurion Airport as the time when the words of the Bible written thousands of years ago come to life.
There has never been a people who have been exiled for so long who then return to their homeland, return to their language. And so there's the prophetic reality of this that's so huge that each one of these people, Isaiah saw, Jeremiah saw, they saw them, they saw this happening, and now we are here to witness it. We are here to be part of it.
To give the Iranian people, the region, and the world the peace, security, and freedom they deserve.
For you yourselves are fully aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying, there is peace and security, then sudden destruction will come upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape.
Security, prosperity, and peace.
Jews, Christians, and Muslims, more than half of the population of the earth, and nearly all the people of the Middle East claim Abraham as their forefather in faith. And so he is. As we gather at this historic conference, I believe on that foundation of that Abrahamic tradition, we can find a firm foundation for a brighter future for all the peoples and all the faiths of the Middle East. It's actually happening, even as we speak. We need look no further than the old city of Jerusalem as an example of what could be true for the region as a whole. There we see the followers of the three great religions in constant contact with one another. We see each faith come to life in new and renewed ways every day. What we see there, we can achieve and live all across the Middle East. That's the vision that President Trump has. And that's the hope and aspiration of peace-loving people in our nation and around the world. And to all who ever doubt whether peace could at last come to the Middle East, I think we would do well, I believe with all my heart. We can claim that blessing anew for all the people of this region and the world, for ourselves and our posterity, if we claim it with faith and we claim it together. I believe God will surely bless us with peace. So let us begin. Thank you.
We are about to turn this planet into a paradise, unimaginable only a few short weeks ago. 10 oasis regions, where each delegate is given complete control over his respective area. True global community. true world of peace. This marks the beginning of our 7 years of peace. Of 7 years.
This marks the beginning of the rise of the Antichrist. He will control 10 kingdoms, which in turn will control the world. The Antichrist will sit in the temple of God, and he will declare to the whole world that he is God.
Upon each of you, I grant all the power and authority due to your new positions. You are now kings and queens in your own lands, bringing prosperity and plenty